So I've taken Wang Laoshi's advanced media course. That was a very rigorous class, and I definitely learned a lot.
You know, coming from me being a person that really doesn't pay close attention to the news, this has been really helpful for me to understand China and understand basically what's happening around the world and especially in Asia.
She uses media to help us learn about current events, and so it feels a lot more applicable. In this class, we're learning about what people are saying right now and why that applies to us.
I read a lot of newspaper and from all different various resources to help myself broaden my knowledge, and so I can select the best ones to help my students, to engage my students learn the best in my class.
You know, this semester, at the beginning of the semester, we talked about North Korea, and there's obviously a lot of things going on with North Korea and their nuclear weapons and nuclear, I can't remember the word in English. the nuclear things that they're doing in North Korea and kind of the impact that has on China and Asia and also us in the U.S.
I like the way she's organized the class. It's very structured, and so we always know what's coming. There's never any surprises. And because of that, it motivates me personally to put as much work into the class as she's done for us.
I feel like the structure of her class is really, really good in that she's really structured in the assignments that she gives. So all the assignments that she gives is very beneficial to the students' learning. There's no busy work involved.
I found the class challenging because each day there's something to do. There's no down day. There's pretty much assignments that are due every day, and there's also a quiz pretty much every day that we have class. At the same time, I felt like that's what helped me learn a lot, was the consistency of every day. I knew I was going to be spending an hour or more on my own preparing for class.
The class is very, very, well, I think it's very organized, so students, they know what I expect them to do at the very beginning of the class. If they know what they are going to do or I expect them to do, they will do well. Usually they will do well, and they will up to my expectation.
Dr. Wang, when at the beginning of the semester, she talked a lot about the importance of participating in her class by preparing beforehand and preparing for the questions, the discussion questions and things. And so while we're in class, we're expected to participate and to share our ideas and our opinions about the different topics that we're discussing in class. And that definitely makes the class a lot more beneficial to not only her, but to all the other students in the learning process.
It's fun because unlike my other Chinese classes I've taken, she really wants us to formulate an opinion and be able to express that in the language. So she'll present a question, and we'll have to come up with our own views and express that to our classmates, and sometimes we'll get into debate.
Students in my classes, they need to participate, not just sit quietly or like a passive learners. And sometimes students are shy, so I know those people, they have great thoughts on their mind, they're just too shy to express. So I will encourage them and give them I will ask them beforehand. I'll say, well, I would like you to share some comments in 2 minutes. Can you? And usually they will be happy and say, yeah, I would love to. And because they have 2 minutes to prepare what they are going to say, so they feel a little bit more confident to speak.
So in the classroom, it's a perfect learning environment, really. She's very animated and very excited about what she's doing. And so because of that, she gets a lot of respect from her students. And so we all work hard and want to impress her because you can really tell that she cares so much about us individually.
But I love grading my students' homework, essays. Personally, I don't use graders. So I can see what the part they still need to improve, they need to work on more. And I give them very detailed feedback because I think if they have a very useful and detailed feedback, they will know how to make improvements on their own.
Professor Wang She gives very detailed feedback, which is really motivating because it's not just, you know, good job or you need to do better. It's, well, this is good, and this grammatical principle you didn't use quite correctly. And if you have questions, always come talk to me. And I think that's what makes Professor Wong so like such a great professor for me as a student, is that she's always willing to help, and as long as you the student are willing to put in effort, she is always willing to meet you halfway.
Sometimes I can see students, they are struggling in the class. Usually I will just talk to the student and say, can we just meet like 10 minutes?
Wang 老师 after class one time asked me to stay after and kindly expressed to me that she knew that I wasn't doing my best work in the class and that it was represented in my quizzes and my homework. And it was hard for me to hear because I'm busy, but because of that and because I knew that she was concerned about me, I made an added effort in the class, and it made a big difference in my attitude toward the language and just towards how I wanted to participate in the class.
One thing I would say, just as someone who's taken two of her classes, is that what makes Wang Laoshi really special is that she is just so motivating of a teacher. And it's not because of her academic accolades. It's not because of the fact that, you know, we're really scared that we're going to get a bad grade. It's that she really gives every student a fair shot. Sorry. I don't know. I just like, she's really willing to work with students about improving their skills.
Based on my past experiences, I feel I'm the person benefit most from my students because they are so enthusiastic of learning and they're working so hard. So that makes me want to work harder to help them, because I think, oh, they probably expect me something exciting, something new in today's class. So I don't want to be lazy. I just want to think, I want to do the very best. So because they are expecting me to present the best to them.